Hi folks, Cesar here. Thanks for watching this video. I think I'm going to be producing some of these videos, if not weekly, every few days. I'm getting a few questions. I want to reach as many people and keep them coming, submit them via Facebook or my email. One of the questions I was getting in numbers was the options for voting. So if you have requested your mail-in ballot from the Commonwealth, wait for it, send it back as soon as possible, or you can drop it off at the government center personally. Again, this is for the people that have not requested their mail-in ballot. The county government will be open for early in-person absentee voting starting September 18th. So those hours are listed on the website. You can check the URL, click on that link. It's basically going to be open for early voting in terms of 1 to 7 p.m., including 9 to 5 on Saturdays. The nice thing this year is here in Herndon, I'm standing at the Fortnightly Library here in Herndon. We have our own satellite early voting center, so you can come here to the Herndon Fortnightly Library starting on October 14th. And starting October 14th, we'll be able to vote early right here, no excuses. You can vote early and avoid the big rush come election day. So again, if you've requested the mail-in ballot, go ahead and wait for it, send it back. For everyone else, you can start voting early in person at the government center September 18th, and then we'll have another option here October 14th here at the Fortnightly Library. So I've been also getting some questions regarding alignments and nonpartisan. So let me just say, the Supreme Court has already ruled on this issue several times. Political parties can align themselves with candidates in nonpartisan races. And the inverse of that is true. Candidates in nonpartisan races can align themselves with any political entity, PAC, that they so choose. Endorsements are a First Amendment right, and we all believe in freedom, so I support that. The notion of nonpartisan races, so a little bit of history. For federal employees, there's the Hatch Act, which prohibits federal employees from aligning themselves with political parties. If you didn't have that, then everyone could run. But because you have that requirement, you have to have nonpartisan races. This allows everyone, including federal employees, to run for office. And if you didn't know, let me just tell you, every single office, at least in the state of Virginia that I looked up, the Commonwealth, every single office from Commonwealth attorney to sheriff to clerk of the court to soil and water, school board, and town council is endorsed by a political party. That's just the fact of life. That's what we live in. Nonpartisan races does not mean you don't have political parties aligned or active in them. The charter says nothing about not being able to have those alignments. In fact, it's already been ruled at the Supreme Court level. So candidates and parties can participate in nonpartisan races. It's a First Amendment right. I think it's important for people to understand your worldview. I think it's important because a lot of people don't have time to research every candidate, every position, and every stand. It makes it easier for people to identify people most likely in line with their views. So the other thing I'll comment on as far as the nonpartisan races, again, there's been a question about, well, why don't we move the election from November back to May? I think that's a bad decision. It's a bad decision because less people vote in May than they do in November. I'm for true representative government. And that means you have elections that include the most people. Why would we want to move elections where far fewer people get to participate or are willing to participate? There's no requirement for voting. You don't have to be knowledgeable. You don't have to be aware. You don't have to agree with anything. Elections are about representation of the people. That's what democracy is. So again, I'm not in favor of people talking about or moving the elections from November back to May. I think it really cut out a lot of participation in our town. I think it's up to us, those that are running for office, to make the town issues known to people. And if you don't know me, I can tell you, I'm from a large Catholic Latino family. No one tells me how to vote. No one tells me what to do. I make up my own mind. I'm my own man. And I don't agree with a lot of the things the Democratic Party agrees with, but that's okay. I'm aligned on most of those issues. So hopefully that's answered a bunch of questions that you had. Please continue to send me more. I'll respond as I can through email or Facebook pages, but also check back the site here for updates. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the campaign trail.